My name is Jennifer Wells. I am a middle school special needs educator in Floyd County, and I work in a very special unit titled SITES, which stands for Supportive Instruction, Guiding, Helping, and Teaching Students. And we are considered the most restrictive environment in our district, and we are teamed with our local mental health agency. I have a group of 10 students. Not all are labeled EBD, but they are all have severe emotional or behavioral needs. We have a staff of 4. I'm the teacher. I have an assistant, and then we have 2. I have a therapist from the mental health agency, and she has what she calls a tech who also assists with therapy. So my goal with the grant this year was to look at behavioral needs, and when we consider transitions, the biggest challenge we had last year was our students transitioning from preferred activities into non-preferred activities, specifically any electronic device. Our district is a one-to-one initiative. All of our students have laptops. We are encouraged to use those, and the kids enjoy that. We are highly effective with use of programs like Nearpod and iExcel and Prodigy is my students' new favorite, if you're familiar with that. And that keeps them engaged and keeps them learning. However, when it's time to transition from that into maybe a paper pencil activity, we get a lot of resistance at times. And we also have those students who, for lack of a better word, are addicted to gaming and such. So we were seeing the behaviors associated with that. So our goal was to try to figure out some way to implement something that would help with those stressful transitions for our students who already, at oftentimes, are high anxiety levels and such. I'm a national board certified teacher, and I learned through that process to look at what my students, how they're assessing their learning, and let them self-assess more often. And so we took some of their considerations at hand. We came from an era in SITES from way back where we used to use a timeout room. It was the typical go-to for students who begin to escalate in behaviors, and that time can become dangerous to themselves or others. Over the years, that practice has become frowned upon. But there are still instances where students can become dangerous to themselves or others. So we needed a way to incorporate a calming area for them that is not isolating, but can be monitored easily, but still allows them to seek that solitude, that peace that they're looking for. So when we look at our strategy of the activity, and I have to say, this idea was not my original. I visited an alternative education program in Perry County at West Perry Elementary, and they're very similar to ours. And they had a little box that one of the students walked over to one day, and I saw him. He got a little stress ball out, and he's squeezing on it. And so I went over after, and I asked him, I was like, what are you doing there? And he told me, showed me, he said, this is our little box that if we're getting a little annoyed or agitated or stressed, we can go over and use it. So I kind of took that idea and adapted it to our need. So we started, and you may see it on your brochure, the picture on the back with the beanbag, that's where I started before I had the money. So we were kind of using what we had. We had a few stress balls, we had a couple of coloring things, and the beanbag. And they were enjoying that. So we were able to amplify that for them with some other materials. The stress balls, of course. I have several autistic students. They really respond to the multisensory things like Amy was talking about. Multisensory is huge with these guys. And not just the feel, but we bought eye masks, noise-canceling headphones, and also a headphone system that connects to a sound machine, like a sound spa, where they can listen to ocean waves or nature sounds. Heartbeat is very comforting. We got a weighted blanket that helps. There's a big beanbag poof that we have found has been multifunctional and not just a seating area, but can serve as a punching bag also. And that's good. We'd rather them do that. And oddly enough, one of the tools that they seem to go to that has surprised me is a journal that was placed in our compartment area. It too is multi-sensory. There's some rubber bands and things that kind of weave through a front that's got some knobs and things on it, but they are choosing to write or draw inside that journal about what's going on with them at the moment. So that has been highly effective as well. So we are very thankful for that. This is helping us to identify some triggers of behavior other than just the transitions. It can be self-implemented. They can ask, can I go to the relaxation station? It is timed, 3 to 5 minutes to start with. And then if the staff decides they need more, we can give them more. Because they will take advantage, or they will try to take advantage. A couple of times they have. But we do allow two trips a day, and we, like I said, we monitor. But lately, it has even been a staff suggestion, because sometimes I don't think the kids, they're already escalated to the point where they can't think, what can I do right now? So it can be, hey, why don't you go spend a few minutes in the relaxation station? They do. They come back, and they're 5 minutes, and they're back ready to work. So far, we've had great success. And our materials, we just got our last piece last week. They are, you'll see them on the brochure, the poof, like we've talked about. There's a memory foam rug, and one of the more successful things too have been the foam tiles. And I did put them on the floor at first, but we also are using them up the wall as not just a sound barrier, but softness in the event, if something does get hit or punched in an escalation. But that has been very effective as well. They're enjoying the art. That's also given an outlet. And I actually got a suggestion today, and I will accept more if you guys can think of any other good things that will work in this area. But someone suggested to me earlier maybe color photos of maybe like a beach or a lake, something that might sort of allow them to escape to another destination. And that's about all I have. Does anybody have any?